Hey YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is LaDonna. I'm a homeschooling mom of two, and on my channel I just like to share what we're learning, how we're growing, and what God is doing in our lives. Okay, so it's curriculum week. I am sharing all of our curriculum picks for the 2022-2023 school year, and today I want to share with you what I have picked for my rising 5th grader. So my baby, my daughter, she will be in the 5th grade this coming school year. I cannot even believe that. I can't believe we are approaching the end of her elementary journey. I'm so proud of just her hard work. She has definitely persevered and grown, and we're just so proud of her. A couple of things you will not be seeing in this video. Like my son, when she finished up teaching textbooks, we just went ahead and purchased the next level. We have been using teaching textbooks within our homeschool since the beginning. We love it. However, if you watch the curriculum picks for my 7th grader, you know that we are moving on. And it's not that we're moving on from teaching textbooks, but teaching textbooks will be used more as a supplement within our homeschool setting. So she is on level 5. I'm hoping that she will have that completed by the end of August. And she also takes piano lessons. She has been taking piano lessons for the last 2 years. We've had to start and stop because of COVID. However, that is something she will be bringing with her into the next year. All right, friends, I'm in the car and I have Annabeth with me. Annabeth, say hello.
Hi.
One of the things I forgot to mention for her electives is she has been taking sewing lessons, and she really enjoys them, and we will be continuing that into the 2022-2023 school year. Now, in regards to a foreign language, because most of you know my son took Spanish this past year. I did not mention it in his curriculum video because I'm still searching for something for her as well. As crazy as it sounds, there's not a lot out there, and what is out there seems to be a little bit more of a commitment than what we want to make. We used Rosetta Stone last year and it worked well, but it can be kind of pricey if you know anything about foreign language curriculums. Okay, that's a lot, but those are the things you will not physically be seeing in this video. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, first things first, I want to start with writing and grammar. This is no surprise to you if you've been around here. You know that we love BJU Press, and what I have right here is English 5. This is the student work text, and as you can see, it is brand new. I was able to pick this up at Mardell's. I have the teacher's guide right here, and it's kind of a you know, it was one of those really sweet things because I've already gone through this with my son, so it's really neat that I'm going to be able to go through this with my daughter. This is the 2nd edition. For those of you who know anything about BJU Press, they're in the process of revising several of their subjects. We have chosen to stick with the 2nd edition. I'm not going to get into that here, but I know that this is the best fit for us. And also, I had the teacher's manual right here. I really didn't want to make any more of a financial investment since this is my baby. But anyway, this is what we will be using for English language arts and writing. Okay, to go along with that, let's talk about spelling. Man, I feel like spelling is just one of those things that it's hit or miss. We have used a number of different things, and honestly, I really want to just focus on the spelling rules with her rather than busy work. So I'm just trusting my instincts when it comes to her needs, and we are going to focus on spelling rules. We're going to be using All About Spelling. I have level 1 right here. I know that we're going to move through this quickly, so as we complete each level, I will purchase the next level. My plan as of right now is to go all the way through level 3 and to move on to IEW's spelling. After much investigation, I think that this is the best plan for her, and spelling is something that she struggles with, and that is why I don't think necessarily a spelling workbook is going to be best for her. We need to go back to the beginning, and we need to focus on the rules, and we need to master those things to help build her confidence. So this is what we are going to be using for spelling. And I also want to say we used All About Reading for her, and because we know how it works, I feel really comfortable using their spelling program, because a lot of moms out there have said that the two are very similar in their approach. So I'm looking forward to that. The next thing I have right here is her Worldwise Wise book, and she has book 4. We've been using Worldwise Wise from the very beginning. We use it as a supplement, and I think it adds a tremendous value to our homeschool. The next thing that I have right here is grade 5 reading skills. So we've been using these notebooks from the very beginning. I love them. They're very short and sweet. If you've been around here, you've heard me talk about this, but these little workbooks, they talk about facts and sequence and context, main idea, conclusion, and inference skills. So these books are very affordable. You can find them on Amazon, and I believe they go all the way up to grade 6. I don't think that they make anything past that level, and we have used grade 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We really like these. You do need to keep in mind that this is just a secular workbook. For those of you who've used them and you've read the passages, not that the passages are bad, because they're not. Most of the time they're very factual and my children love them, but we have come across a few sciencey themed lessons that we need to talk about. So you just kind of need to keep that in mind if you're looking at this. The next thing that I have right here are the Abeka Fluency Read and Think skill sheets. So I have grade 4. We started using these last year, and I started with grade 3, and they have worked really well. So I just kind of want to keep that going with her. Okay, let's talk about math, because I've kind of made a big deal about it because there's all this change. It may not be a big deal, but if you've ever made a change, it just feels like a big deal. So if you watched my curriculum video for my soon-to-be 7th grader, I hope that you heard my heart when I shared that I really wanted to pick curriculum that suits their learning needs. That is what I did with him, and that is what I did with my daughter. And I'm kind of nervous to share this because whereas my daughter loves teaching textbooks, we have just learned that she is becoming a little bit too dependent on that computer setting. So we really want to get her back to a paper and pencil. I really wasn't sure what that transition was going to look like back to paper and pencil, but I do believe that I have found something that is going to work for her. My daughter is very much a visual learner and a kinesthetic learner, and that is not anything that I want to quench. So anyway, after tons of research, I looked at tons of different books and samples. I do believe this is going to be the best fit for her. Now, like I said earlier, we're going to continue with teaching textbooks, but we are going to use it more as a supplement. So what she will be using for the upcoming school year is the Simply Good and Beautiful Math 5 by the Good and the Beautiful. We have never used any of their math curriculums. I do believe that this is going to be the perfect fit for her. Not only is this book beautiful, but I do like the pace, and math is something that does come naturally for her, and I do believe she is ready for these concepts. Anyway, this is the course book. I also have a mental math book right here. It came with the answer key, but I didn't pull all of that out. I will definitely be keeping you guys posted on how this goes. She has seen it and she loves it. So I hope that we are able to transition well with this. Also, if you don't know, I feel like everybody knows, this is their revised math, and there are video components that come with this. They are short and sweet, but they teach the concept, and they also show the child how math fits into everyday life. And I think that this is going to be really good for her, and I think that this is going to allow her to maintain her independence, all the while transitioning to more of a paper and pencil style of math learning. Okay, the next thing I want to share with you is history. So history is, I don't even know how I want to say this. Not that we struggled with history this past school year, but it wasn't something that we loved, and I think when you don't love it, you just kind of wrestle with it. So obviously we're not moving on with the curriculum we are using, and we're also not moving on with history being a family subject. My son will be going in one direction and my daughter is going to be going in another direction, and I truly believe that is best for them and our homeschool. So all that to say, I kind of feel like 5th grade is when you get serious about history, and typically students in the 5th grade learn about American history, so that is where I'm going to start with her. However, I do not want to spend more than a year on American history. I really wanted to use a literature-based curriculum for American history, but I could not find one that I could complete in 1 year. I do not want to work on American history for 5th grade and 6th grade. I really want to move on. So with that said, we have decided to go with the Heritage Studies by BJU Press. Now what I have right here is the actual textbook. Their textbooks are soft covers, and I also have the activity manual that goes with it. I do have the teacher's manual and the answer key, but those books are pretty thick and I didn't want to drag those out, so I just kind of dragged out her 2 books. And again, we don't want to spend more than a year on American history, and also because we're familiar with BJU Press and their approach to teaching, I think that this is going to be the best fit for us. I also like the fact that there was a textbook that came with the curriculum. I definitely want to help prepare her for what's in the future when it comes to middle school and high school. You know, textbooks are a part of our learning journey, and it just seemed like the right time for me to properly introduce this to her. I will say I have looked through this. I'm excited about it. I do have some readers picked out for her to go along with this curriculum. I have not finished that. I hope to share that at a later time, so stay tuned. Okay, to go along with history, I also have for her the 180 Days of Geography workbook. This is for 4th grade. There is a 5th grade one, but 5th grade focuses on world geography, where this focuses on USA geography. Again, the pages are short and sweet. It is a lot of map work and also social studies work. I think that this is going to be a great addition. I did see some map work within the heritage studies. Those activities focus more on the birth of our nation, not so much map work like that's included in this notebook. Okay, for science, like I mentioned earlier, science is no longer going to be a family subject. My son will be going in one direction and my daughter is going to be going in the next direction. We did decide to stick with master books and God's design. I showed both of my children what was available in those series, and this is what my daughter decided to go with. So this is Heaven and Earth. This focuses on weather and water, our universe, and the planet Earth. I really do love these. I was really surprised with our science this year, and it's definitely one I want to continue with. So right here is the actual text book. It is a soft cover as well. And then I have the teacher's guide right here. This is where you're going to find the schedules and all of the worksheets and activities that go along with each lesson. Okay, some extras that I have handwriting from The Good and the Beautiful. This is level 5. We have been using The Good and the Beautiful handwriting from the very beginning. Both of my kiddos really enjoy this, and they also really like the art component that comes with it. And the next thing that I have is quite comical because I feel like I've shown this in every one of her videos. She wasn't ready for it in 3rd grade. She didn't even want to look at it in 4th grade. We went in a different direction, but all of a sudden she has expressed a ton of interest in this. So I'm going to pull it back out. If it doesn't work out, I don't know what's going to happen, but I really do believe that she is officially ready for it. But it is typing 1 from The Good and the Beautiful. And if you know anything about their typing program, it is simple and it is short and it works. All right, friends, these are my curriculum picks for my rising 5th grader for the 2022-2023 school year. I hope that this was helpful. I hope it inspired you. If you have any questions, please ask them below in the comments. And if you've used any of these things, please let me know. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye.